Hello and welcome to a visual analysis walkthrough. A visual analysis is when we look at a picture or a movie, or in your case, a social issue movement on Facebook or YouTube, and you analyze its components, how it is put together so that it can create a message that the audience receives. And then we also assess whether that message is good or less good. I'm going to walk through the Own It, hashtag Own It Special K advertisement for you and show you how to begin doing a visual analysis. But to begin, you do have to understand the basics of what a rhetorical analysis is. And it has got these 3 points. The ethos of the message is the product, the company, the provider of the message. The logos of the message, although it says message here, is really the meaning of the message, and is that message reasonable? Is it clear? Is it have good support? Is it consistent? And then the pathos is the appeal to an audience's emotions, their beliefs, their sympathies, and their values. And you can study this more closely on the walkthrough. Once you are done providing a good visual analysis, you should be able to construct an argument. And really all a thesis is an argument. A claim that you are making about a specific topic. And those topics are usually designed for you by your teachers. So, while I'm walking through the Own It Special K ad, I will be pausing to show you different messages and different insights. So, things that are always easy to begin with are things like background music, colors that are used in the ad, words that are used in the ad, taglines, in particular the hashtag lines, models that are selected for the ad, any words that are on the ad that are called text, lighting, and camera angles are all ways that you can do the following. Offer a reading of the visual document so that you can create an argument. And this is the Own It Special K ad on YouTube. It is very, very popular. It's got some statistics here to get you started. 97% of women have an I hate my body moment every single day. And the ad itself is only 1 minute long. You can find it and watch it again as many times as you like on YouTube. But here's how we begin.
Fact: 97% of women have an I hate my body moment every single day. Think about that. That's a lot of women. Almost.
So what I'm noticing right away from the ad is that we have a very large representation of ages of women. We have a large representation of different races of women and women of different cultures. We have small women and larger women. We have young women and we have older women. And we have a variety of colors in the background that are representing everyday life. These women are supposed to be just like us.
All of us looking in the mirror, wanting to change something. Boobs, skin, arms, legs, hips, hair. We believe 100% of women.
And then we have the pitch, which is that women want to change things about themselves. And we see them going through the process of hair removal. We see them going through the very uncomfortable process of assessing their bodies. Even the bride is unhappy with her dress, which is, of course, a cliche. The bride is in white. White represents innocence. It represents pristine and cleanliness and value. These are all chosen on purpose in ads. When we catch up to the bottom, we will see that although this poor woman is working out crazily, she will never look like this woman on the television. And that's really the truth of most advertising.
Can change something more important than the size of our butt. We can change our perspective. What if we tell that little voice inside that tells us we aren't good enough to shut up? Let's focus on stuff we can actually change instead of stuff we can't.
And this last part is the third part of the ad, which tells us what to do with the information. So we can't change our bodies dramatically on the outside. We can change our thought processes about our bodies. We can change the way that we see ourselves when we look in the mirror. And part of how we do this is by subscribing to a movement like hashtag Own It, or one of the others that you will be reading about that are very popular. And the idea that you can change the voice inside your head, you can't change the voices outside of your head, would be an appeal to pathos. They are appealing to my emotions so that I will feel empowered. This is an appeal to belong, also called the bandwagon appeal. And in addition, the ad has logos because it has real statistics about women and about how they feel about themselves. And they're using those statistics to convince us to join the movement.
We're nicer to ourselves and put good things in our bodies. Let's be perfectly imperfect. Let's take a good long look in the mirror at the good and not so good, and proudly own it all.
So we own it. We own these things by subscribing to the movement, by repositioning our thinking and our feeling and our thought processes. And now that I've watched this work, I can discuss these items here. So how does the ad communicate its message? How are the visual components? For example, the breaking glass of the mirror is highly symbolic. The realness of the women represented and the variety of women that are represented is an appeal to our values, that everybody has purpose and meaning and is important. And the emotional appeals specifically, and you can find those for yourself in your modules, and I want you to read them closely. The appeal to belong, the appeal to perfection, the appeal to happiness and success, the appeal to victory over these terrible ideas that are populating our culture, and instead owning our own idea of beauty. And that is how you conduct a visual analysis.